Yo, what's good, man? Checking back in late, as you can see. It's 11:31. It's 11:31. This candle right here, it's 11:30, 11:31, and we know as we won out earlier, had success in our earlier trade of catching this move down. We was only able to get to our -2, right? So we did say that our -4 has to be or can sometimes be looked for, right, in later on sessions, right? So this is just one proof in the pudding type of scenario where I want to walk you through how it actually played out and how you would have been able to actually make money in the actual Asian session before London session even comes in, before New York session even comes around, how you would have been able to make some money, right? So simply put, after we got down to two, right, we see that price kind of started to get a little straggly, right? We didn't have no clear direction. Price consolidated, right? So we had our range, right? Buy side, sell side. As price opened up and closed for the day, right? As you see, 457, and then it skips over because we're on the 3 minutes time frame. It skips over to 6, right? 457 to 6 p.m. When the market opened back up, we had our highs, right? Our buy side from our PM session and our lunch session targeted, right? So we had it engaged. So now we have buy side engaged. So after buy side engaged, we saw that price automatically drop down, right? But on this inside, before price even did that, before the market closed, we saw that we had this push up and we had this would have been, originally, this would have been a bullish fair value gap, right? This would have been a bullish fair value gap. It would have been looking like this. It would have been a bullish fair value gap. Why? Because it pushed up, broke those highs, was going to, could have created a change of direction, but failed out due to the end of the day, came back over and turned course, used that same fair value gap to now create a bearish fair value gap to now use and go lower, right? So now this basically turns into an inverse. So it turns into an inverse. So what I like to do is make it orange, let you know that it was a change state, it was reversed, but leave the border the color of the original state, right? So a blue border with the orange inside lets me know that at one point that was a bullish fair value gap, but it got changed into a bearish, right? So as we can see, that bearish fair value gap now gets created. It shoots lower, right? Shoots lower, changes the state, changes the state of direction, right? So now this small little consolidation that shot up, took out buy side, and now was shooting lower, gives us the clear sign of the sell model, that sell setup being pushed. So we start to get that push. We created a low. So now that we originally created a low, right? This is our first major low. We retraced back into the fair value gap, right? We retraced right into the fair value gap. And as you can see, consequent encroachment or half of that fair value gap was respected. Why was it respected? Because you see the wicks showing rejection to the top side and the bodies of the candle were printed below equilibrium or 50% or consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. So once you see that, it lets you know, okay, the sell model, the sell setup is still, bona fide. You wait for your last confirmation. You see that this candle opens up at 9:15, wicks to the top side and pushes lower. And as you can see, when it pushes lower, what do you want to target? Well, you see that if the top side of your New York session, your New York lunch session, your New York PM session has been engaged with their sell side. So buy side has been engaged for these two sessions, but your sell side has not been engaged for these two sessions. So your first round of target will be those two sessions. As you can see, we shot through those. Then you can say, okay, well, if you look to the left, you have Asia session from Sunday low that has not been uh tagged either. You see price just now reaching forward and finally covering it now, as you can see at 11:35, right? Because we're on a 3 minute time frame. So you'll see at 11:36 the new candle. But we engaged that now. And then also we still had the fulfillment of our projection of our standard deviation level -4 be engaged as well. Also with target with this fair value gap being down here as well and being the opposition. So price had a bunch of confluences and a bunch of agreements to where though price had its reason and its backing to pull lower than what it, you know what I'm saying, than what it where it was at the moment of looking and engagement and get to what we got, right? So that was an opportunity for profit on the back end of the move that was originated from the first half of the day, right? So that's just simply put how you can walk through and how I actually looked at the market and how I was able to grab not actually grab. I didn't participate in this one exactly, but how I was able to grab my move earlier and then see and project it, continue to know that that entire move was valid, right? So it's that simple. You know, once we putting all these things together, like I said, this is just one of those videos where you can go watch and show and watch and see me show you how to put these things together, how I actually use all the elements that I taught you guys to use, put them together, and get your profitable move. So it's a quick little walkthrough, man. Just wanted to show you guys how the back end of the day played out. We actually did get to our -4. So nice successful move. Tomorrow, rinse and repeat. Forget about everything that happened today. Read the market, what it gives you for the next day, and keep it moving, man. So it's your boy, I'm logging out, man. Just wanted to show y'all how to get money. Tap in.